Okay, I wanted to show you guys my new measuring sticks that I came up with many, many moons ago, back in the olden days of polymer clay. Amico made this product for Donna Cato called a Marks It. And it was very handy. It was before we had any kind of real slicing tools, and the idea would be that you would take your cane and you would place this down on it, press it in, and then it would give you the marks for you to slice from. So I used this for many years. The one issue I had with it, it was that these lines, which I don't know if you can really see very well, the lines were always thicker than the blade, so you would always get a portion of the top of your slice that would need to have some work done to it. So, but it worked, it was fine. So they don't make these anymore, and I was working on another project, and a friend of mine said, I wish there was a product like the Marks It again, because I could use that every once in a while. When you don't have a big, huge cane that you want to slice, or you don't want to pull the slicer out or whatever. So I came up with these marking sticks. So basically they're two-sided. So there's a 3-piece set and then the 5-piece set. So I tried to make the lines as thin as I could. So just to give you a comparison, let's look at the 2.5. Hopefully you can see this. I don't know if you really can. But I did as thin of a line as I possibly could, so that we wouldn't have the issue with the blade leaving little marks. So they come in, there's 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, then 4, 4.5, 1, sorry, started too low, 1, 1.5, and 5. Okay, so that covers a wide gambit of necessary slicing things. So I'm going to use I'll use the 2mm for a test. So the first thing you want to do when you get them is you want to take some scrap clay, and you want to press down into the clay with your sticks, because there's going to be a little bit of residue. I try and get as much out as I possibly can of the engraving dust that's in there, and there might also still be a little bit of masking paper on the top, on the parts that give you the lines. Maybe you can see a little bit better in there how it you know, like I said, I try as hard as I can to get everything out, but it's not perfect. So before you go into a big a piece of a nice cane, just go through all of them and make sure that you kind of have put it through some of the some scrap clay to make sure that you get everything off. Okay, so let's see, what did I say? I think I'll do 2.5. Do I have 2.5? Yes, I have 2.5. Okay, so the way it works is you take your cane, okay, and then you're going to press down on it with your stick, and then you can go in, oops, oh, that's not nice, go in and just so I'm angling it and then bringing it up, and then I'm holding it as tight as I possibly can to try and get a good slice out of it. So there you can see. The other thing you can use it for is, say you want to make beads of a certain size and you want to make sure that they have the same amount of clay in them. So you could roll a piece out, put down your lines, cut them apart, these are going to be very small beads, but now you could roll them up and you're going to have the same amount of clay in each one. Okay. So let me show you, let's do a round cane. So I like to do for my round canes, and this was a how-to from the great Judy Belcher at one point. Take some scrap clay. I'm going to put my knitting needle in there, and I'm going to wiggle out some space and open it up. This is for when you're doing round canes and you don't want them to get flat on the bottom. Spray a little bit of water in there, not if it is Fimo though, because Fimo doesn't react very well with water. So let's do a 1.5 just to show that it can go pretty thin. So there's the 1.5. Oh, I didn't get that very far in. Okay. And you want to hold your blade as close to your cane as possible so that you get a nice even slice. And then because you put the water in it, it's gonna release from the scrap clay pretty easy. That one went off a little bit. See, for the most part, it's keeping them pretty round, and they're all the same thickness. So I hope they help for you, help you do some quick slicing. And if you have any questions, you let me know. mags@magsbonham.com. Thank you.